Hello and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be doing a stock analysis on Nuscale. Now, if you don't know what they make small nuclear powered plants which are quite interesting because they are scalable. Now they don't make any money yet, but they are one of the biggest players in the smaller scalable nuclear programs. Now their main competition is by far Oklo, which makes a bit smaller than Nuscale, but both of their primary focus is going to be AI data centers and maybe other data centers or military bases or other mega factories. Now, the thing I like about Nuscale quite a lot is they use modular reactors, which means that they can scale up and scale down, which means just like a Lego block is modular, so is their nuclear reactors. This doesn't mean that, oh, you can just plop one on that right next to each other, but this means that you can integrate several into the same system, which means that the operating costs are going to be much smaller if you need to increase or expand your production, which also means that if the production lowers, you can then peel off one of the reactors or make it smaller. So that is quite interesting. And the reason I like Nuscale is also they are the first one to get NRC certified. Now, if you take a look at the stock at the moment, you can see it has had a bit of a tumble after it's rallying up to 32, but it is laying just on a support line at the moment. As you can see, it did just lay on this support line here, bottom formation here. It hasn't quite broken through that yet properly. It might do that. So also we have a small support signal over here, but as it is higher, we can't really use that 100%. But yeah, quite interesting at the moment. Also, if you look at it over more time, as you can see, it is quite volatile. As you can see, it was trading up in 15, then it went a bit down, of course. As you see, we have all these red E's, but as I told you, they don't make any money. But then again, they didn't surprise with any, they didn't lose less money than anticipated. Then it traded all the way down in 3 after its 15 spike, as you can see up here, all the way down in 3. When was this? This was in January last year. And then over the last year, as you can see, it increased 1,000% basically into December. And then it fell down a bit here. So it's still quite volatile, as you can also see in the RSI here. You see we have a lot of ups and downs. As you can see right now, we're actually in a pitfall on the RSI scale in a quite straight line, which means that the downward, of course, momentum is quite larger than the upwards. It isn't like the zigzaggy pattern. It is quite sharp down, which of course is quite poor, which means that it is being oversold quite a lot at the moment. And as you can also see, we do have a death cross, which just happened today actually. If we take a look at their earnings, as you can see, they don't make any money, but they don't make less money or lose less money than anticipated. And as you can see, the last one, they lost 445% more than anticipated. And of course, as you can see, they don't pay any dividends because they don't make money. And quarterly here, as you can see, their net income was a lot smaller or bigger minus than the other ones, and this is because they are making investments, which is of course a great thing to see. So of course, always remember when they're negative and you see them like this is because they make investments. So don't think, oh, they lost all their money. Think of them as spending some of their capital to make sure that they might be profitable in the future. Now, if we take a look at the performance over the past years, as you can see, it was first publicly traded in 2020, and then as you can see now, 24 last year was an amazing year, 471% up by the end of the year, up 700, up 862 on its peak. But besides that, it is laying quite low. As you can see, 23 it was down 67%, 25 up 18%, no, down 18%, 21 minus a half percent, then 22 and 21 and 23. I mean, about 1.8 and 1.7. So as you can see, it either does nothing or loses you quite a lot or explodes. But of course, as it has only been on the stock in not even 5 years, it is a bit difficult to track properly. Now, if you look at the technicals for the day, it's probably no surprise that it is a strong sell right here, as you can see, for the day. And as you can see, for the month, it is a buy. And now you wonder why is it a buy? That is because we did see, as you can see, we should take the last month here, even though it did fall a bit down over the last month, we did see this nice increase, and then we did have, as you can see here, this last week has been quite poor, and then we see this death cross. So I think it is going to change a bit on the technicals after this death cross, which is of course a quite poor technical sign that it has lost its upwards momentum. But it is also difficult in this one because there was a golden cross 5 days prior, so the technicals are going to be a bit wonky. And now it is laying, of course, on a support line here, so maybe it's going to rebound, as you can see, However, we are seeing it going through quite a bit more here. So if it doesn't pick up and reverses back, chances are it's gonna hit the next support line, which is gonna be right around down here, where we have a bottom formation also. So a bit interesting to see if we actually land here. When that would be about minus 50% from where we are now. So of course, be a bit wary if you own this stock right now. Now on the analyst rating, as you can see here, it is up by 46%. That is the average rating. As you can see here, we have 5 strong buy, 1 buy, 2 hold, and 1 strong sell. So quite interesting stock at the moment. And of course, it is also a very, very small company. As you can see, only 440 employees. And as you can see here, it is also only worth 4.1 billion. So quite interesting at the moment. Now, if you take a look, we can't even see their annual. As you can see, their quarter earnings, they are actually the same basically all the time for the estimated earnings, which of course is nice. This means that they know properly what they're investing in and they don't think they're gonna have any major losses, as you can see here. But then again, as you see, most of the time they actually lose more money than anticipated. That is something I don't like when you can see they often lose more money than anticipated and then they don't guide towards that. I just think that's unprofessional because this is a red herring or a false positive in my book. So I don't like that at all. Which is, of course, is a speculative stock given that it is in the nuclear business. And other stocks in nuclear businesses also exploded recently. So let me just say the biggest player in the nuclear business in the Western world is Rolls-Royce, which is quite crazy. I'm just going to show you. Just look at this. I'm just going to make the graph a bit bigger for you. As you can see now, that has just absolutely exploded, and they make proper old school nuclear reactors. So of course, be a bit wary as we do still have some proper players. We also have some European ones like Euratom, which is a Russian company that has not had any tariffs on it or any sanctions on it. So be a bit wary about that also. But it is quite interesting to see these smaller nuclear companies grow up, getting bigger. I do like Nuscale a lot, but I want to see some more positive results before I actually buy in at all. Now, if you did like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, remember, this isn't financial advice. This is purely for entertainment and education. Thanks for watching.